Welcome to Yakar's Parasha podcast, and this week it's Parashat Shemot. I want to deal a little bit with the burning bush. Why is it that Moshe is chosen, and what is it that God really conveys to Moshe? Where is Moshe after 40 years, according to Chazal, of not being in Egypt? So first of all, you all know that Moshe begins his career actually as in total failure. The first chapter of Shemot recounts people getting involved and heroism. You have the heroics of the midwives. You have the daughter of Pharaoh going out of her way and saving Moshe, who is to be Moshe. And you have Moshe going out of his way, going out from the palace and trying to do good and save Am Yisrael. But what actually happens to Moshe? It's a total failure. A total failure. The Jews turn on him. He gets reported to Pharaoh and he has to run away. His attempt at saving Am Yisrael the first time round, total failure. And he has to flee the country. He goes into exile. And 40 years is this shepherd. So it's interesting now what Chazal have to say about the return of Moshe. What is it about the return of Moshe? So there are two midrashim in Shemot Rabbah that I want to read out to you. Actually, the first one I won't read out to you. The first one deals with why is it that Moshe is chosen, and it says that God sees that he has gone out of his way to look at the burning bush, right? Kisar lirot. That Moshe was sar lirot. He took a step aside to go see what is this burning bush. And the Midrash basically suggests that this is not the first time, if you like, that Moshe has gone out of his way to see. When did he go out of his way to see the first time? When he left Pharaoh's palace to go see and feel the pain of others. So why is it that Moshe is chosen to see the burning bush? Because he is somebody who has already gone out to see. He is somebody who has already felt the pain of Am Yisrael. But I want to take this a step further. What is it that Moshe has to hear? What is it that Moshe has to see in order to be able to return to Egypt? In this reading, I'm looking at Moshe a little bit as the fallen leader. He's already tried once. This is my reading of him. And this is the midrash that I do want to read out to you. B'chol tzaratam lo tzar. This is on the pasuk, Vayar malach Hashem elav. Vayera. It says, B'chol tzaratam lo tzar. Right? In all their pain, to him, he is in tzar. Amar lo HaKadosh Baruch Hu leMoshe. God said to Moshe, I ata margish shani sharui b'tzar? Kashem sheYisrael shruim b'tzar? Don't you feel, can you not feel that I, God, am in pain, in tzar, just like the Jewish people are in tzar? Hevei yodea. You should know this. Mimakom shani medaber imach. From the place that I'm speaking from you. Mitoch hakotzim. From in the thorns. Kivyachol, as if ani shutaf b'tzaran. I am a partner in their pain. So what is God saying? God says to Moshe, don't you know? Don't you feel? Can you not feel it? Don't you feel that I, God, am in pain? Can't you see it? This is why I appear to you in a burning bush, in a bush of thorns, as if God is being pained, just like because the Jewish people are in pain. But why is there this question? Because obviously the Midrash is telling us that that's exactly what Moshe Rabbeinu did not feel. That was the crisis of Moshe Rabbeinu. He tried once, was thrown out once, and he feels that God doesn't care. Where is God? And God reveals himself and says, don't you know? Can't you feel it inside yourself? Have you lost that place inside? That place where we all know that really HaKadosh Baruch Hu is with us? That God feels our pain? It's like Moshe felt that God didn't feel his pain anymore. That God didn't feel the pain of Am Yisrael. That's when you lose all hope. A hope of a leader, a hope for any of us that there is a horizon to the end of this. That's what Moshe had to hear. That you hear that actually, although we feel so alone, Moshe felt so alone for 40 years, so failed for 40 years. And that failure almost turned on how he experienced God and the world. There is a turnaround. There is a turnaround. That the center moment here is this epiphany, this challenge, that Moshe is challenged to say, do I or do I not really feel that God is involved here with me? That God understands what I'm going through? That God feels the pain of Am Yisrael? It's from this moment that Moshe, I think, has the audacity, takes the hope and the powerfulness to try again, to be the Moshe that we know him to be the second time round, the second chance leader. Shabbat Shalom.